Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe is I call it Kale Surprise. I'm traditionally a big fan of kale, but I can eat it this way. Here's how we make it. First I took in a hot pan and I put some oil. You can use olive oil, I use avocado. Then I took 1/2 of an onion, I sliced it up and I added to that hot pan. I just sauteed that about 2 minutes just to get them nice and tender. Next, I use some garlic. You can either chop up 3 cloves or you can opt to go with the minced garlic from a jar like I did here. It was up what was in the refrigerator. Then we're going to saute this about another 2 minutes until it becomes fragrant. Here I'm adding 1 bell pepper red and 1 green bell pepper. I'm going to give these a stir and I'm going to continue to saute these until they become very, very tender. Once my pepper and onions are tender, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce to the recipe. Now, I didn't have oyster sauce today, so I'm adding 2 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce, which works just as well. After the oyster sauce, or teriyaki in this case, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Dark brown sugar works best, but if not, regular brown sugar works well. Then I'm going to season the taste with both some garlic and some onion powder. Give that all a stir. Once everything's incorporated, I'm going to add some chopped kale, some fresh chopped kale. Now I've already washed this and let it dry. I'm going to add that to the pan. Then I'm going to go ahead and give it a cover and I'll let it simmer until it's wilted down a bit. After a few minutes, I want to give my kale a stir. I want to make sure I keep everything moving so it doesn't burn on the bottom, especially that garlic. Just want to make sure everything is good and incorporated. All right, here I'm going to add some salt and some pepper to taste. Then I'm going to give it another stir. And my sauce is looking a little bit dry for the amount of kale that I've used. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of the teriyaki sauce. For the recipe, it'll be the oyster sauce, just a little bit. You can eyeball it. I'm going to add a little bit more of the soy sauce just to get some liquid in the pan and make sure things don't burn and allow the sauce to wilt that kale until it's tender. All right, I also added about a 1/4 cup of chicken stock just to make sure that everything was good and tender. And this is the end result. Enjoy.